Alrighty, this is the lab for the reaction matrix, the one with the unknowns. So if you were absent, then this is the lab to make it up. So what you need to do is there are 6 knowns in this lab and there are 6 unknowns in this lab. So you need to create a reaction matrix, which is basically a table that gives you the results of the different things reacting together, whether they do or not, and then describe what they look like, and then we're going to use that information and we're going to test unknowns against knowns, and then you'll have to compare your data and figure out what the identity of the knowns are, and then you have to write up a little lab report. So what we're going to be using is we have sodium sulfate, we have lead nitrate, we have sodium chloride, we have sodium hydroxide, we have potassium iodide, and we have silver nitrate. So we're just going to go just like we did in the double replacement lab, and we're going to react the two together. So I'm going to put, this is going to be my first one, so I'm going to put sodium sulfate in every single one. And so I'll put a couple drops in every single one. And so I will need 5 to react with my 2 other solutions. So we'll put this up in the front, sort of this is what everybody's reacting against, and I'll keep these in order if you're going to make your table so that it makes sense. So the first one is lead nitrate, so put a couple drops in there, and this turns white, and I'll tilt these up after I'm done. And then the next one is sodium chloride, so a couple drops. And that doesn't look like it does much. Check back on it just in case. Sodium hydroxide, so not much. Potassium iodide, not much. Maybe a little bit chunky, but that might just be dirt on my tray. And then silver nitrate is my last one. Okay, and that's not much, maybe a teensy bit bubbly, but not much. So if you look at those, you can see the white, and then I would say no reactions on the other one. So then we're going to put, in the next one, we're going to put lead nitrate in all of them and then react the other ones with it. So we'll put a couple of drops. And so then our first one is going to be sodium sulfate. So that gives us a nice white one. We might already just done that, but that's okay. Then I won't lose track of what I'm doing. Sodium chloride, bright white. Sort of chunky, kind of looks like watery milk. Sodium hydroxide, that one's white as well. Potassium iodide, oh, bright yellow. And aluminum nitrate, or I'm sorry, silver nitrate. Not much. Okay, so if we look at those, so white, sort of chunky white, yellow, and nothing. And so the next one that we'll do is sodium chloride. So I will add sodium sulfate. So not much. Actually, nothing. Lead nitrate, bright white. This is the one we're working on. Sodium hydroxide. Not much. Potassium iodide. Nothing. And silver nitrate is white. So if we look at those, and then the next one we're going to do is sodium hydroxide. A couple drops. put in sodium sulfate. So nothing happened there. Lead nitrate. So we got kind of chunky white. Turned white right away and it was sort of chunky. Sodium chloride. Nothing. Potassium iodide. Nothing. And silver nitrate is like a brown color. So if you can see that, it kind of looks like coffee with creamer in it. Kind of a weird description, but and then we'll do the next one all across. Some of these are repetitive, but I just wanted to make sure that you get them all on your thing, on your data table. So then we will add sodium nitrate, a couple drops, nothing. Lead nitrate, yellow. Is that lead? Yep. Sodium chloride, nothing. Sodium hydroxide, nothing. And silver nitrate is like a yellowish kind of cloudy, not much, but there's a little, definitely a little something. And then the last one we're going to put in is silver nitrate. And then go across those. So sodium sulfate, not much. Lead, oops. Lead nitrate, not anything. Sodium chloride is white. Sodium hydroxide is brown. And then potassium iodide is kind of looks like green lemonade. It's a weird kind of color, so if you can see those. So those are all your knowns. And so now we'll do our unknowns.